Hi there. Oh, hi there. It's Maria from the Tarot Shop here. I knocked the table, sorry. This is the Coven Oracle by Fiona Horn. Another rock pool deck. Forge your magical path. It is so pretty. Okay, so you've got a very good book that comes with it. So it explains how to use the cards, the Coven Oracle cards. So you've got all the different cards there. And then about the author and the illustrator. Right, okay, so it's a potent companion for anyone forging a magical path, whether you're circling with others or dancing solo, so whether you're a solo witch or if you're in a coven beneath the stars. This deck was created to support witches and magically inclined people in the lived, sometimes messy, always meaningful experience of coming together in shared practice. It's also here to hold space for those who are coven curious or simply seeking deeper communication with their craft. Each card in this deck is a window into the dynamics, mysteries, lessons, and joys of the shared spiritual work. The guidance offered here reflects what it truly means to create and tend a coven, not as a rigid hierarchy, but as a living, evolving, magical ecosystem. They are also designed for solo witches who may, there are quite a few of us around actually, who may wish to reflect on how group dynamics show up in their own lives, or who seek to energetically connect with others through the astral or spiritual realms. So it begins with the self, the circle of one, and like ripples on a pond expands outward. So she's also written a book, Coven, Where Witches Gather. So the book we don't have, but we do have the cards. There she is. Right, okay, so you've got how to do your deck, some spreads, and then each of the cards. So you have what it means. We should have some, is it spell work there as well? Right, well, I'll pull a card at the end so you can quickly see for you, and then I'll read you the meaning so that you can see how the deck works in practice. Okay, it comes in this box. The thing that's really striking about it is how stunning is that? I love emerald green. It is actually one of my favourite colours, so I was like, oh, wow. The cards are black and white, like a pen illustration. Okay, but I'll show you each of them now. They are a good size in the hand. Large cards, obviously, because they're oracle, but they are very easy to shuffle. Quality of the cardstock is good, nice and solid. Okay, so let's take a look at each one of them. And then, as I said at the end, I'll just pull you a card so we can, I'll give you a quick shuffle. So you've got the number of the card, the title of the card, and then the meaning. And I'm going to zip through these, but remember what I always say, you're in control. You can slow this whole thing down to get a really good look at each card if you want to, or you can indeed speed me up if you want to zip through them even quicker than I'm going through them here. Very detailed. They are very detailed. Looks like a simple, but you can look into all of the detail in them. Lovely artwork. I imagine that these are really good actually to be able to connect on a spiritual aim on a much higher level, you know. Let me just give them a quick shuffle. Let's pick you a card and we can have a look and see how they work. Okay, so imagine I'm doing my daily card pull and this is for you. Threshold 30, rise, be seen, belong. So then I would look at the book. Number 30, where are you? Right. So for the coven, threshold marks the Sacred moment when a seeker steps fully into into the circle as a coven mate, as a witch, as someone ready to claim their path. This card celebrates initiation, not just as a ritual, but as a heartfelt crossing over. It honors the energy that a new member brings, the excitement of shared beginnings, and the power of being witnessed in your magic. Threshold calls your coven to create intentional, meaningful rites of passage. Whether elaborate or simple, these rituals of welcome help forge connection. I love rituals, actually. Everything around tarot is quite ritualistic. Shared commitment and clarity of purpose. New energy, when welcomed with joy and respect, reinvigorates the group's collective power. The card reminds us that every beginning is also an ascent, something reached skyward, like the figure emerging from the tangle of growth. And reaching up to meet the owl mid-flight. There is both vulnerability and power in stepping forward. The threshold card speaks of readiness to be seen, to be claimed, to rise into your next evolution. A new initiate is never alone in this crossing. They are greeted by the wisdom of those who came before, symbolized here by the owl in flight, the guide who arrives not to test but to witness. The grounding foliage reminds us, the surrounding foliage reminds us that growth never happens in isolation. It's a dance with the wild unknown, supported by the rooted community around you. It's very, very deep, isn't it? For you, so that's for the coven. For you, if you're preparing to step into a coven or deepen your role in one, threshold blesses your becoming cross with intention, bringing your whole life self. Your whole self. Allow your presence to be celebrated, and guess who hasn't got their reading glasses on? Cross with bring your whole self. Allow your presence to be celebrated and known. If you're welcoming someone else, let it be sacred. Initiation is not just a formality, it's the moment the circle changes forever. If you're walking your path alone, threshold invites you to claim a rite of self-initiation. You may create your own, I'm going to tell you in a second, I want to remember to do how to do that. You may create your own ritual of becoming, whether whispered under moonlight, written in your grimoire, or spoken aloud to the unseen. You are worthy of recognition. Let the owl carry your vow to the ether. Let the land bear witness. You are crossing into your magic, and that is sacred. This is amazing. Okay, so one of the ways that you can quickly do this is when you want to connect with the divine and to allow that to be seen, if you like, you're creating a ritual with it, you can light a candle, just that simple. Light a beautiful white candle and sit there in intention and imagine that connection strengthening and strengthening and strengthening. I always say white because it's the purest heart, but you can use pretty much any candle. So candle magic is really powerful for witches. Okay, so that's it. I hope that you found that helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.